Hey guys, Dabloon here, and today's another BTD6 video, and today's going to be this week's Odyssey Mode, Land or Water, and the coolest part is there's going to be no monkey knowledge and no hero, so if you guys haven't gotten that new achievement yet, today's the day. We are going to be using 3 dart monkeys, 2 submarines, 1 boat, 1 alchemist, 2 boomerangs, 1 sniper, and 1 village, and the best part is no hero. And if you guys were not aware, there is an achievement to beat Odyssey without a hero, and today we're going to unlock it. And it's also going to be extremely easy because there is no monkey knowledge used in this strategy. As expected, these strategies are going to revolve around a submarine because he's super versatile and we do not have the ninja. So we're going to place him right here, and then we're going to place him right here. And I'm pretty much just going to speed through the first like 3 maps because they're pretty easy. We're going to be using very similar strategies to all of them, and then Pat's Pond's going to give us a little trouble but nothing too hard to follow, and there's no abilities to use, we don't have a hero, so it's going to be pretty easy stuff. I have upgraded to advanced intel, and now I'm getting twin guns, and I forgot to mention that they're all regrows, and it sounds a little crazy, and there's some parts that are kind of difficult, like 63 is a little weird because now you have 3 rush of like crazy ceramics with regrow, but it's really not that bad, and we're going to work through without any problems. We're going to get this guy up to an airburst dart, and then we're going to get this guy to camo, and then we're going to get an alchemist so he can pop leads, and then from there we're just kind of build up to like a, what do you call that guy, the sub commander, and it's going to be super simple. I got this guy up to airburst darts, then I got enhanced eyesight on him so he can see camo, and then this guy can see camo because he can see camo, and then I place this guy here so he can hit the track, and then also put acidic mixture dip so he can make this guy pop leads, but I placed him in a spot where he can pop leads too if this guy does not. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get triple guns and then armor piercing darts, and then I'm going to upgrade this guy to a 400. I've upgraded the sub to armor piercing darts, and then I got this guy to a 400, so now he's strong, can handle anything. But if you guys weren't noticing, we're not really popping leads as fast as I would like to, which is just wasting pops on this guy because he's sitting there trying to hit, like right here, perfect example. So they do get popped, but it just kind of takes too long. So what I'm going to do here, which is a little weird, is I'm going to get this guy to Juggernaut. And the reason why we're going to do that is it's going to quickly pop those camo leads and just regular leads so we can get on with our day. And then what'll happen later is we might get an MIB just because we want to make sure we can pop all those leads. Now we're going to upgrade to sub commander, and it's kind of relaxing, right? To know that there are no abilities and whatever you get is what you get, which is kind of cool because either it's going to make it or it's not going to make it. And just these 3 towers took us this far. It is medium. I think it's medium because it only goes to around 65, and then plus this guy was 25,000 and not 27,000. So a lot easier, but it's still kind of cool to only use 3 towers and knock through this thing. We're pretty much done here. 63 might be a little trouble just because of the whole fact that it is going to be regrow ceramics. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this guy right here. How about like right here so we can see a lot of the track. And for this one, we're going to go top path, of course, but we're going to go bottom path because I just want more lead popping power, because if you guys weren't noticing, this guy's still kind of chasing him. And what you could do is just get like an MIB over here to make this even better, but that's a lot of money and we don't want to, I mean, you could spin it, doesn't really matter either way, but we're going to get this guy to bigger radius and jungle drums. So this one is good to go. We did add that boomerang. I don't think we really needed him, but he helped and he popped and he made it faster. So there we go. Let's move on to the next one. So this one's going to be just as easy, and we start off with a lot more money so we can move through this a little quicker. We're going to place this guy right here in between those 2 end tracks right there, so then we can bump him up to here, and now our sub has a crazy range. And since we have so much money, we'll probably get triple guns like right off the bat. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get ready for those leads. So we're going to get our alchemist and place him in range of the track, and then also get acidic mixture dip for this guy. And then we're going to go straight for our juggernaut just because I don't want to be chasing any leads. We're going to rock this thing. So I placed my juggernaut on strong so we can target those leads so we're not chasing any. And then I got this guy up to a berserker brew because I don't think the triple guns would have handled it all the way to armor piercing darts on their own. So this guy helped out to make sure he had enough popping power to get there. And now what we're going to do is get this guy to stronger stimulant. Now that we have stronger stimulant and the armor piercing dart sub, we're pretty much good to go here. But what I want to do is just throw in this guy just for some defense, and then we'll save up for that sub commander. But first let's get him, and we'll also put him to lead 2, and we'll get that more glaives just because I don't want to chase anything, because it's not even just about the chasing. It's the fact that when this guy's wasting all of his darts on popping leads that he can't pop, it's just a waste of time for him, and he could have been popping something that matters. So it's good to have all these lead poppers up front. So the next thing we're going to do is save up straight for this sub commander if we can. If not, I'll jump back in and tell you what I did. Now we have enough for this sub commander, and he's going to make this just speed up like crazy, and he's going to pretty much finish this game for us. But 63 is going to be difficult because of the whole regrowth ring. So what we're going to do here is we're going to place a village and make sure it's in range of all of our guys right here. So you just place them down. And remember, if you guys misplace any tower, you can always just hit home. So go here and check, make sure that he is affected by the village, which he is. If not, you guys can hit home and it'll restart you on that round before you placed it, and you guys can make those corrections. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get jungle drums, and we're also going to get camo, but we'll get camo after we get our next boomerang. We want to guarantee that we just rock through 63. I want him out of the range of the alchemist if possible. So like right there is cool. We're going to go up to that top path, and then we're going to go middle path this one because that one is going to shoot faster and be better. But I just wanted to make sure we had all of our lead coverage taken care of, which we do now. So we'll get this one a 32. 40, we're almost there. Here we go. There we go. And now 63 is going to be super, super simple. Now for this one, let's get some camo. So we'll get radar scanner, and that'll just allow all of them to help, because like 78 is going to be that crazy rush. And you know, the last rush is camo, but it's also going to be regrow camo. So it's just going to get kind of crazy. Plus we have the cool village. I didn't even think of that. The village is kind of like decamp or de-regrowing these things, which is kind of cool. So basically I'm just going to let this thing go, and I will jump back in when we need to do something. I might get a crossbow master. I'm not too sure yet. It looks like we really don't need anything. These guys are rocking it. But what we're going to do here is to kind of speed things up a little bit. We'll put this guy right here, and we'll go bottom path for him, of course, and then go quick shots and very quick shots. And now we need $7,000. Well, we don't need the Juggernaut. He's kind of lame. And we don't need this guy, so we'll get this one here. And now we're good to go. And we definitely are going to beat round 80. You guys could have also bought the Pirate and gone like middle path, and you probably would have had enough for that Super Pirate, so we could have popped that big ZOMG with no problems. Or you can go for like a first strike right here, but this will also work. We're going to take out 80. No problems. Looks like they're going to clear this thing. Okay, I thought they were going to clear it before it even made it past that first bin, which is just kind of crazy. These are some really cool towers. I love these Odysseys because you get to just use things that you'd... Well, I mean, we do use Sub Commander and a Crossbow Master a lot, but they're just awesome to see, and you don't use them too much. Well, that's a lie too. We do use the Sub Commander all the time in Chimps. Just forget what I'm saying. This is just fun. I'm having a good time with it. Let's move on to the next one, which is going to be Haunted. This one is definitely my favorite map this week, guys. And the reason why is because of this little trick I picked up in BTD6 races. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this guy to advanced intel, and then, well, I guess just twin guns. And then we're going to take a dart monkey right here, and we're going to hit play. And what's really cool is we're going to get this guy to Plutonium reactor with just these two towers that you see here. And then with these same two towers in the Plutonium reactor, we're going to go all the way to around like 38 or 39 without doing anything. It is a really fun strategy. So I'm going to jump back after I have airburst darts in around 24 when we have to pop that camo. So for 24, we have to work a little bit for it, but nothing too crazy. We're going to buy submerge and support. And the reason why we're doing that right now is because I don't want to spend the money on this guy, because I want to get him to Plutonium reactor as fast as possible. So now we're going to hit play, we're going to uncamoize, and then switch back to first, and that's that simple. Now we're going to wreck through 24, and then we're going to get Plutonium reactor on this round, which also takes a little bit of work, but nothing too crazy. A bunch of purples are going to come out, and we have to buy Plutonium reactor and click submerge all in the same couple little seconds here. So we're going to hit Plutonium, then switch to submerge, and now we're good to go. Not only are we good to go, but we're good to go until like 38 or 39. So you guys can go get some water, get some food, get some coffee, preferably Dabloon coffee from Dabloon.com, and then come back in a few minutes because this guy will still be rocking it on his own really cool stuff. So what we're going to do now is just save up a bunch of money, probably come back around like 37 or so, because on 38 there's those ceramics that'll probably cause us problems. So we'll buy a sub. But until then, I'll jump back when we have about like 10 grand or so. I was a little off of my numbers. I thought we'd have like 10 grand, not 7,800, but sure, it doesn't matter. And then also, guys, wasn't it satisfying to watch all those balloons like on round 36 when all those pink ones just disappeared into the Plutonium reactor, or the black and white balloons go... I just love this strategy, and it's really, really fun. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get a sub and place him right here, kind of like with enough sight of this area, because we're going to give him a, what do you call it, alchemist, and we want him to be able to hit him. So we're going to go long range, advanced intel, twin guns, blah, 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 armor piercing darts, and then we're going to throw this guy right here to where he can attack him. We're going to put him on larger potions, and then berserker brew, and then all of that good stuff, and that'll take care of the Moab with no problems. And all these leads, we're going to get rid of them later with an MIB, but until then we'll just allow this guy to pop most of them, because we know the alchemist isn't really going to try too hard to throw his acidic mixture dip on this guy, so it doesn't matter. We got a Plutonium reactor. So now all we need is the berserker brew, and we will handle round 40 with like super crazy ease. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get stronger stimulant. Now that we have this guy to stronger stimulant, we want to place a village, and we're going to place it right above the alchemist because we want to make sure that he can hit the sub and give him that jungle drums boost later on. So like right there ish. There we go. Make sure it works. There we go. It does attack him right there. And if it doesn't, guys, you guys can go hit home and then go back and replace it to make sure that it is in range. Now we're going to get jungle drums on him. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a boomerang, and we're going to place him in range of the village, but not in range of our alchemist. So like right there. And we're going to get him to the 3rd or 4th tier top. So the more glaives and then the middle path right here. And that's going to take care of all of our like balloon cleanup. These two together are just beast mode. Now that we have our more glaives boomerang monkey, our jungle drums village, our 400 alchemist, and then our 204 sub, we are going to shoot straight for sub commander for that $27,000. So I got my sub commander back on level 61, and now things are ramping up. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a monkey intelligence bureau, because as you guys are probably watching, he's having a lot of wasted pops on these leads. So we're going to get MIB to kind of speed things up, and then also it's going to help a lot for those DDT. So I'm going to skip ahead to when I have this MIB, and then we're going to save up for a crossbow master. We can now buy our crossbow master, and there we go. And now we're pretty much good to go here. But what I want to do lastly, or I think lastly, is I kind of want to go for the big boat. So I'm talking middle path 2 here, but then all the way 5th tier top path for that crazy plane boat. And the reason why is just because I'm like 89, it gets a little rough and you can handle it, but it's kind of random sometimes. So I don't want anything to slip through. There's a lot of like crazy ceramics that are fortified, so we don't want to mess with none of that. So we're going to go for a top path boat, or at least as high tier as we can get it to before 90. I don't want to have any problems on 89. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sell this guy and sell this guy to buy this guy. And I think that's going to help us a lot, because now this guy even has a speed boost, which is going to be crazy. And he does extra damage with all those little rockets. So I think we'll be totally fine. Let's see here though. We don't want to lose, so we'll keep our hand on that escape button in case you need to click home. The first time I ran this through, I didn't have any problems, and I just had the sub commander then the crossbow. I did it a second time and like one super ceramic fortified slip through. So we're just making a lot of precautions here to make sure we're good to go. 90 is going to be really easy though with the crossbow and the sub commander. Look at that. There we go. And there's round 90 on Haunted. Now the next one's going to be Spice or Spice Islands. Spice Islands. I want to think Spice because I did Spring yesterday. But it's going to be Spice Islands, and this one should not be too bad. So with this one, guys, we are going to lose a few lives here, and it's because we start on round 3, which means we have to go through the dreaded round 4 with all those blue balloons. But this time they're regrow blue balloons, so they all grow back after we pop like one layer of them. So it's going to get a little crazy. But what we're going to do to try to make it as least amount of lives lost as possible, it's a tongue twister, we're going to put this guy on last, and then we're going to put our sub right here. And what I'm doing is this guy's going to be my sub commander, and for the beginning I just want him to reach all 3 of these tracks right here. So now we're going to hit play, and then what we're going to do is we're going to buy one more dart monkey, because I want to try to not lose that many lives, and I think we'll still end up losing like 12 to 14 or something like that, but we'll put him right here. And there's no point in putting him on strong, because by the time you can do it, but like what happens is they get these blue ones popped to red, but then they regrow back to a blue before it even gets to our guy, and then it's kind of a big problem. Let's see how many we lose here. Okay, it looks like we're gonna lose a mess right there. So what's that, like 12? Yeah, 12. Okay, that's not that bad. We can live with that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get another sub. We're going to place him right here, and that will be our plutonium reactor. Unfortunately, we can't get it as fast as last time on Haunted and do that really, really cool race strat on the chimps or hard mode, but we'll still live with it. So we'll put this guy here. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this guy to twin guns, and then we're going to get him to advanced intel and then airburst darts. Now that we have this guy to a 202 airburst darts, we're going to get this guy camo, so enhanced eyesight, so now he can see camo as well. And then we're going to do the same thing, get this guy to advanced intel and then airburst darts. Now we want to place an alchemist. We're going to not place him in the Dorito, because you have to place him like just right to make sure you're able to actually put a village in the same Dorito. So we're just going to place him like right here, I guess works, because we want him on the track so we can actually help pop these leads. We're going to place him on strong to pop those leads, turn on larger potions. We unfortunately don't have enough for acidic mixture dip, I don't think, but we should still be fine. Let's see here. I have to change a couple things up, but we should be okay. And we still have his range as well, so yeah, we'll be just fine. There we go. Let's get acidic mixture dip so we can pop these things a little faster. And then what we'll do now, what should we do now, guys? Okay, what I want to do is I want to get this guy to a plutonium reactor so we can pop these leads a lot faster. So we'll go to submerge and support, then put him back on first. Then we're going to save up 2,700 for Plutonium Reactor. Let's get that Plutonium Reactor upgrade, put him on Submerge. Now we're good to go on those leads, on those camos, on everything pretty much. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to get this guy ready to pop that Moab. So we're going to go triple guns, armor piercing darts, and then we're going to upgrade this guy as far as we can, which will most likely be just Berserker Brew before round 40. So it looks like we're going to have enough for Berserker before that Moab comes out. There we go. Now the next thing I'm going to want to do is watch this thing get destroyed, which is really, really cool. And then I want to get this to a stronger stimulant, and that will help out immensely, of course. And then I want to get a boomerang and place him over here just to help clean up. And then we'll probably just get a village or just shoot straight for that sub commander and wreck this thing. But let's grab the stronger stimulant first. And now we're going to place a village. Hopefully we can still place it on the Dorito. I put him over here on purpose, which made round 28 and 30 a little harder. Let's see if we can place it. Oh yeah, we're fine. Let's try to go all the way left though, so we can put our boomerang in the range if we can, just to give him that little range boost. So we'll place that right there, and then we'll go jungle drums for 1620. So I'm going to get jungle drums. I'm going to place my boomerang right here. I wanted to place that village because now when he places boomerang, before without the village, he can't really see the bottom of the track. He just kind of cuts off like right there. So with this, now look at him go. He is just wrecking it. So we'll place him like right there, get that extra range. We're going to go for more glaives on him, faster throwing, faster rings. We're going to get more glaives, and we're going to save up $27,000 for the sub commander. Let's grab that sub commander. We beat 60, no problem. We're going to beat 63, no problem. Now we're pretty much kind of done for. We can get that MIB to help out a little bit again, but we don't have those DDTs coming, and the lead pops right here. So it's really not the worst thing in the world. Pretty much, I think I'm just going to save up for a crossbow master. I think we can handle the big guy with what we have here, but we might as well get the crossbow since we have $38,000 left over. This guy's just rocking this map, guys, like way better than last map for sure. And now there's Spice Islands done for. Now we're on to the hardest one of the day, guys. It's going to be Pat's Pond, but if you follow exactly what I tell you, we'll have no problems. So this is it, guys, the final map of the night and the hardest map of the night. Well, harder for me, but not for you guys, as long as you follow exactly what I do. And I mean follow exactly where I place my towers and upgrade them exactly when I tell you to and sell when I tell you to, and you guys will beat this 100% of the time. I made sure of that by doing this like a bajillion times. So place this boat right here, and then go 1-1 and then hit play, and we're going to save it for a double shot. Now this is the most time I have ever spent on an Odyssey. I got on my computer at 8 a.m. this morning, and I didn't get up until 2:30 p.m. guys. It was intense, and 90% of that time was spent on this map, and then 90% of that time was spent on round 40. I kept getting that same round 40 luck that I get, where like either one ceramic gets through, or 0 ceramics get through, or all 47 ceramics get through, and you lose, and you're like, what is going on? But I overcame it, and we did this crazy strategy where we're going to buy and sell, and it's kind of nuts, but it's going to work in 100% of the time. So that's really, really cool. And as you saw that blue one slip through right there, sometimes you guys will get 2 blues slip through. Sometimes you'll get 1, sometimes you'll get 0. A lot of the times you'll get 0. It's just not working out for me right now. So do not worry. You're going to lose a little bit of lives here and there and here and there, but you will always have enough to finish, or more than you even need to finish. So it's going to work out every single time. Okay. I just keep saying that to reassure you guys, because it is not going to be that easy, because we're gonna have to buy and sell. So you're gonna have to watch like every minute of this just to make sure you get it, because even having the same towers of me will not guarantee a victory, because I tried the same towers in different combinations over and over and over until I finally found one that worked every single time, and this is going to be it. So what we're going to do now that we have this sub, we place them like, here's a little bend, we place them a little bit above it. What we're going to do is we're going to get advanced intel, twin guns, and then airburst darts in that order. Now keep in mind, if you guys do use monkey knowledge and use your hero, you guys will come up with a way better strategy than what I'm about to show you. This is just like going to the extremes, trying to get that achievement and not using monkey knowledge at the same time. I kind of regretted it once I got to Pat's Pond, because I'm like, using Pat would be way 10 times better. We wouldn't have to do all these crazy workarounds on round 40, but it is what it is. And for those of you who have already beaten this, or you're watching through this strategy with a Pat, I would go back and do it without it. This is going to be one of the easiest ones we're going to get, where you don't have to use a hero, and I'm probably never going to do it again without a hero, because I'm about to get the achievement, so there's no point. So definitely go back and try it without Pat if you can, just because that achievement is going to be worth it. So we have our 2-1 boat, and then we have our 2-0-2 sub, and now we want to get our camo ready for 24. So we're going to go long range darts, and then enhanced eyesight on this guy. And the next thing we got to worry about is our lead, and what we're going to do for lead this time is we're going to use our hot shot, because it's way more reliable than using like an alchemist or acidic mixture dip or anything like that. So we're going to save up for hot shots. We're going to buy hot shots. So we have a 2-2-0 boat, and then we're going to place him on strong, and that's a guaranteed guarantee that he's going to get all these leads for us, so we're not going to be chasing anything. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get another sub and place him right above this guy right here. So like right about there. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to get longer range, advanced intel, twin guns, and airburst darts in that order. So to recap, we have a 220 boat and then 2202 subs and then a 002 dart monkey to give these guys more range for camo. And the last thing we're going to place down before round 40 is going to be the sniper. We're going to place him on strong. We're going to get him full metal jacket, and then we're going to get fast firing and even faster firing. And then we're going to go up to that third tier top one. I don't remember what it's called, but it's $3,240. So here's where the craziness starts, but just bear with me because it works 100% of the time. We're not going to lose any lives on round 40, which is kind of tough without a hero, but we're going to make it happen right now. We're going to sell our boat. We're going to sell this top submarine, and we're going to sell this guy right here. And that's going to give us just enough for main Moab. Now you want to make sure auto start is off because we have to sell him right after 40 because he's great for popping Moabs, but we don't see another Moab for 10 levels. And then he pops all these ceramics, which is just awesome. Now we're going to sell him. We're going to buy back our sub right here. We're going to go longer range, advanced intel, twin guns, airburst darts. We're going to get our dart monkey back and make sure he's on the top, not necessarily in this little bin, but right there, because we're going to be placing a village under him later, and we need that village to pop up here so we can put a boomerang later. So just put him up against the top. We're going to go long range, enhanced eyesight, and then we're going to put a sniper down, and we should only be able to go to third tier if we did this right. And what I mean is we can't go to this one. So there we go. We're good to go. Now we're going to get fast firing and then even faster firing. Now this is where it's going to be a little different for everybody. You might lose a life here or there, but for the most part, you shouldn't lose any, and it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get this guy to triple guns, just like so. There we go. And then we're going to get this guy to triple guns. Oh, I got to remember this recipe. Like I literally tried to memorize this. I did it like a bajillion times to memorize it. I think we'll be okay. Let me see here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to get this guy triple guns. Now what we want to do is we want to get this guy to a crossbow. There we go. We'll go quick shots, very quick shots. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get this alchemist. I think we get the alchemist, right? Yeah, let's do the alchemist. There's like a very specific recipe and I don't remember it, so I hope I don't mess it up. But basically what's going to happen is we need to get our camo village up here soon because we're going to start getting some camo ceramics that we can't really handle, and our sniper comes like very much in handy. So we got to make sure we can do that. So now we got that. Now we're going to get this guy right here. We went the village first. I think we went the village first. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm forgetting. It's crunch time. I've only done this like 10 times in a row. I literally did this over and over and over, but every time I get the lights on the camera, I start getting a little scared. So here we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is place this guy as far over as we can. But remember, we want it to reach the top and we want it to reach both of these subs. So like right there. And as you can see, there's a little bit of room. Plus, once we get bigger radius, we'll be good to go. So we're going to get grow blocker and then radar scanner. Oh my gosh. I still have auto start off because what's going to happen here is if I mess up, I'm going to hit home and I'm going to come back and we're going to change it up because that just means I messed something up, and I don't want to mess up for you guys. We want to do everything perfectly. So I'm just keeping everything slow moving and slow paced for now. So now that we got that, we're good to go there. Now what I want to do, now that we have our sniper killing it, is we need to get this guy to bigger radius. I think we're doing this right. I think I'm excited right now. This is working out. And then after this one, the 63 to 64 buy and sell is not gonna be that big of a deal, so I'm pretty excited about it. I actually want to get to jungle drums first, I think. Yeah, let's get jungle drums first. I think that'll help. 1620. And now we want to buy a boomerang, make sure he's in camo range. So right there, or village range. And this one's going to go long range red hot rings and then improved rings. And the reason why we're going bottom path for this is because even though we do have this awesome lead popper right here, he keeps a lot of his attention on the stronger balloons like Moabs, BFB, stuff like that. And so meanwhile, we're not popping all the leads that we should be popping. So that's why this guy's going to come in handy. Okay, see, we're still good there. And even though that looks scary and that looks like it's some RNG, like sometimes you could let all those go through, it never happens. Like I said, you might lose 1 or 2 balloons, if that. You're never going to lose too much to where you're going to lose. This is really fun and really exciting once it works. It's just scary until then. Okay, so we're good there. Now we got the more glaives. We are jamming right now, guys. We're jamming. Okay. Next step, now that we're moving along this thing really crazy, like what we're going to do is we're going to get this top one to an armor piercing dart. So should we get the bottom one? Let's get the bottom one to armor piercing dart. Let's do that. So we're going to save this guy up to 3240. Oh, we're already there. Good stuff. Now what we're going to do is a couple other things. We're going to put a boomerang right here try to keep him out of the range of the alchemist, but it doesn't look like we can, so that's fine. We're going to get this guy to a more glaives, but we're going to go faster throwing on this guy. So we're going to have 2 boomerangs, 1 pops the leads, 1 just shoots super fast and improve ring, all that good stuff. So I'm going to save up till I have more glaives. Just a couple more steps and we'll be able to rock 63. Now that we have this guy right here, next thing we want to do is we want to get this guy to a stronger stimulant. We don't even have him yet. So let's get that 2700. All right. Or I guess we're not there yet. Okay, almost there. I thought that would have worked out better and it looked really cool. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this to primary training, and that's going to very much help out these guys because we're not going to go MIB, so we might as well help out what we do have right here. And the faster they fire, the faster we pop all the ceramics so we don't lose. Last thing we're going to do before round 60 and 63, we're going to build our little dream team with one last guy, a Juggernaut. You don't always need him, but like I said, I want to have this thing be perfect. And on 63, every once in a while, like 1 out of 10 times, something will happen on one of those rushes and we won't have enough power. So just throwing in this cheap Juggernaut with the very quick shots, you're good to go. Just make sure you have everything that I have. Let's recap real quick. So we have this guy's a 203 sub. This guy's a 204 sub. We have a 400 Alchemist, a 320 Village. This is a boomerang with more glaives, but he's the middle path, and this is a boomerang with more glaives in the bottom path for those leads. We have a Juggernaut with the middle path so he can shoot quick. We have a 302 sniper that is helping a lot, and then we have a 023 Dart Monkey. Okay, I almost got all those right. I was like struggling on the last one, but we got it. We're good to go. So now we're going to rock 60. We're going to rock 61, 62, 63, and I'm only going to jump in if something happens, but nothing is going to happen, I promise. So 63 isn't even the problem here. This one's really easy, and it's because they're split up. So all we have to do is take down 1 at a time, and we have 2 boomerangs and a Juggernaut. So we're killing it right now. Super simple stuff. It's after 63 that's the problem where we're going to have all the issues, because now we have to switch over from all this crazy balloon popping power to crazy Moab popping power, which we look like we have a lot of, but we don't. So here's where the second round of crazy comes in, but I promise you this is going to be over soon and we're going to rock this thing through. What we have to do now is sell everything. If this is done right, we'll have just enough for the sub commander and then to keep his awesome buffs. So we're going to sell this guy right here, sell the Juggernaut, sell the sniper, sell the other boomerang, sell this dude, and then sell the one that is not the armor piercing dart, so the top one in this case. Now we have just enough for this guy and enough to buy this guy back. We'll put him right underneath here, so like right there. And this is going to be more of a range for the top, because as you know, this guy shows camo, so we really don't need that much range, but then up here, it's going to help a lot, because now we can see all that stuff. Now, you hit play and you cross your fingers because it works every time, but it's still scary to see all your towers just go away like that. Okay, now I need to think because I don't exactly remember what to do. I'm all jazzed up that we got this far so far. So we're going to buy another sub back. So we'll buy him to like right here again, or should we put him lower? No, we need him in range of the village. So we're going to put him right here above again. And this one's going to be just longer range advanced intel and then twin guns and airburst darts. And then I think after the airburst darts, we should probably go with another boomerang because we're going to be getting a lot of balloons coming through here, especially leads. And we're back to not having really any lead popping power now because we don't have the sniper or the boomerang. So it's a little scary, but I just want to make sure we have enough balloon popping power as well. And since we do have the sub commander buff, now this airburst darts is a lot stronger as well. So we're killing it. Now we just need to make sure we have enough balloon popping power. So we'll put this guy right here and we'll go lead on this guy. So we'll go bottom path. And then improved ring, glaives, the $1,400 one, and then the $3,200 one. So we got our more glaives, and now I just want to speed things up a little bit and give more popping power to those Moabs and BFBs before they get to us. So we're going to get this guy to full metal jacket, large caliber, fast firing, even faster firing. We're going to get him to that deadly precision. Now that we got deadly precision, I want to buff this guy a little bit. Everyone says the middle path's better now, but I did a little bit of testing and it really didn't make that much of a difference. So, but we'll do it anyway because I don't want a bunch of comments saying to go middle path. So we'll just go middle path. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put another boomerang right here to help out cleaning this stuff up. But I'm going to put him more like, I think like right here. Right there. I'm thinking that I'm going to need him more on the bottom path than the top path. I think the top path is more than fine because we have the sub commander with a very good distance. But if we go for this way, I really don't have much distance before it gets behind him and he's chasing these things. And for this boomer, we're going to go middle path because we just want him to shoot faster. We have our lead popping right here, so we don't really have to worry too much about that. Look what they just did around 76. That was crazy. So we're going to get more glaives. And then we're also, I think, going to get... Oh, we don't have armor piercing darts in this guy yet. What happened there? Okay, I thought I did that. Okay, so let's get armor piercing darts and more. So we'll get that one and then the more glaives as well, and that'll kind of clean things up. And then what we'll do too, we might as well just get a juggernaut as well. I just want to make sure that we're guaranteed. I don't want anything crazy happening last second, and then on my face, like on round 80s, like because we lost after saying is how guaranteed we are to win. Because the one thing I've learned from this game is that you never know, or you can't really guarantee anything. No matter how much I could say I can guarantee it, all of a sudden out of nowhere, some balloon could just get through and wreck the whole game for us. It happens to me so much, it's not even crazy. Okay, so now what's gonna happen is we got our boomerangs, we got that guy. Okay, let's do this one then. Let's do this one. We'll get him in range of the primary training and all that good stuff. And we'll go up to Juggernaut and we'll go up to quick shots. And we'll just keep him on first. That's no big deal. And then we'll go 1945 for that Juggernaut. There we go. And now we've pretty much done everything that we can do. Now we can get a boat and stuff, but that's really not going to do too much for us. So we'll just leave it. I think we got what we got, guys. I think the last thing I'm going to do is get this guy to a main Moab just to guarantee round 80. But other than that, guys, I think we made it. I don't think anything crazy can happen, but yeah, again, cross your fingers, something crazy could happen. But let's see here. All right. There is our main Moab. That's going to clean up that one for us. Oh, this fortified. See, that's a little crazy. That could cause problems. I can see that causing problems because if you're not paying attention and you didn't have enough popping power, then boom, you start chasing them and you lose to like 15 pinks or something crazy. But we are good to go now. And that main Moab, ooh, let's do this one for round 80 because I know it's going to take us forever to beat if we don't. So we'll go here, we'll hit play, and then we'll put this guy right here, and that'll just allow these guys to pop him as well. Ugh, I did it too soon though. I didn't think of that. Because now he's gonna like, oh man, that's gonna take forever. Maybe if we could put him over there too. Okay, cool. Oh, thank God. I was like, we're gonna be here all day if we're waiting for main Moab to pop that thing. Okay, so we did it, guys. That is it. That is the entire Odyssey. Let's see what we unlocked. And we're going to get time taken 2 hours and 26 minutes. I don't know how that thing works. I definitely spent a lot more time than that. And all of that good stuff. Let's see what we unlock here. $200, a 240 sub, and 50 trophies. That's what we came here for, those trophies, guys. I'm super stoked about it. Well, that's it for today, guys. That's Odyssey mode hard with no monkey knowledge and no hero. We have the achievement to prove it, and I hope you guys have this as well. And I hope this helped you out. And if it did, let me know below by hitting that like button and hitting that subscribe button if you guys are new, and I will see you guys next time.